Hi everybody, welcome to my review for All the President's Men, available on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray on February 17th. This is coming from Warner Brothers. Very exciting to finally have this one upgraded to the format. This is one of the great films about journalism of all time. It just comes with the 4K disc. There is no Blu-ray. There is a digital code, but that has been redeemed, so don't ask in the comments. So, very cool. It was exciting to watch this film again. This is one of those films that should be studied by all people into film and all that sort of good stuff. It's shot by Gordon Willis. Of course, he a vision of the 70s. If you think of what a 70s film aesthetic is, you're probably thinking of a Gordon Willis film. But yeah, this movie takes the real life Watergate scandal that was rocked the United States and turns it into a political thriller, and it frickin' rules. The director of this film, Alan J. Pakula, he had made before this Clute and The Parallax View, which were sort of like this, find this like big, government conspiracy theory set of films, but this is the one based on actual events. Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman are absolutely a grand pair here as they play the two reporters. Woodward and Bernstein, as they uncover everything. This movie also notable, the Deep Throat stuff by Hal Holbrook with the guy in the dark smoking a cigarette, talking in vague clues and stuff, meeting in secret. That's been immortalized, parodied, ripped off, inspired, good stuff. There's just so much to enjoy. This movie flies by just watching these guys that just go through their investigation. And apparently, there's some true to life stuff here, some things embellished for movie, but like the way they go about get sources verifying, one of my favorite scenes in here is when they're trying to figure out what the letter, who the name is, and there's the P is for Porter, and they're trying to trick a woman into admitting it. They're pretty sure about Porter, but they're not sure. And Redford comes up with, like, hey, P is for Porter, but like, we're not sure, but like, we'll ask her. He's like, no, we won't ask her. We'll get her confirmation back, because you'll say P is for Porter, or was P for, and I'll say, we already know P is for Porter. And then you get to see the plan in action where I know I'm going to it, but it's good stuff. It's so good. This movie is a damn treat. Fine piece of 70s cinema. This is one of the best of the decade. I can just sit and drool over it. Jack Warden's excellent here. Like, just everything. Jason Robards, such a great cast. This is a well edited movie as well. Just the pacing is perfect in this, and just the threat on these guys, the suspense, so good. Journalism movies were never the same after this, and it inspires stuff up to like Spotlight years down the road. And I easily give this a 4.5 out of 5. This movie is awesome. But is the 4K Ultra HD? Let's talk about the video. It's compressed HEVC H.265 encoding. The aspect ratio 1.851 with a resolution of 2160p or 4K image. This is elite. This is a great restoration. Spoiler, 5 out of 5. This is what a film should look like. It's got a nice layer of grain. The depth is there. All the details are quite strong, down to like the fabric, seeing like threads, patterns, all sorts of stuff. It's like you've never seen the film before. Granted, this is a movie I don't get to watch as much as I'd like to. I don't think I'd seen it since I reviewed the Blu-ray. Maybe like that was like 10 years ago or so. Long time coming, but it was great to revisit. Hair follicles, very distinct. Black levels are very rich and natural, and there's a lot of one of the great things about this one, and people have their qualms with the HDR and how it's utilized in all movies, but from like the opening scene when you're looking at the building and you see the, like from the far out, and you see the lights turn on and stuff like that. That looks really cool with the HDR. Also, the cherry of Hal Holbrook's cigarette when he's in the parking garage. Oof, good stuff. There's so many good examples in this transfer of great contrast and the color sticking out, popping, and it looks tremendous. I think it looks excellent. You should really check this out. And I think most people are going to enjoy the transfer on All the President's Men. The audio, let's get to here. There's no new audio on here, and I believe it's the same as the Blu-ray. So we have English 2.0 mono DTS HD master audio, and the following are all in Dolby Digital. We have a French 1.0, German 1.0, Spanish Castilian 1.0, Spanish from Latin America 1.0, and then we have subtitles of English SGH, French, German SGH, Spanish, Castilian, Dutch, Spanish, Latin America, Danish, Finnish, Simplified Chinese, Norwegian, and Swedish. So this is a pretty immaculate mono track. It's spoiler 5 out of 5, but it feels a lot more than the 2.0 channels suggest. But the vocals are there, clear and crisp in there. Good mix. You can hear sound effects feel pretty nicely to the touch, but they also, the cool thing about this mono track is it does sound a little bit of its era, which is a joy and something that should be still there. It doesn't sound modernized or anything like that. You get good enough sound effects and stuff. It's not really a deep one because, you know, it's mono and stuff, but overall works quite well. Worked well for me. I'm not too picky on it, and it's, you know, capturing the original experience, I guess, with this track, and for the purists. And then we'll go to the extras, which is going to be where our drama comes from. Okay, first off, props. They put some new extras on here. That's good, but let's go through them. We have All the President's Men, the film and its influence, 7 minutes 56. This has CNN's Dana Bash and Jake Tapper talking about this movie and how it inspired them as journalists. Woodward and Bernstein, a journalism masterclass. This is 7 minutes 36 seconds. This is also Jake Tapper and Dana Bash talking about the integrity of Woodward and Bernstein, how it inspired them. These are two new featurettes, very fluffy. They're kind of, both of them kind of feel repetitive, but they're here, they're new, they go to people who work in the field. That's pretty nice. But yeah, they're pretty fluffy, quick ones. Then we have Woodward and Bernstein, Lighting the Fire, which is 17 minutes, 53 seconds. This is a carryover. The rest of these are carryovers from the previous releases. Telling the Truth About Lies, 2821. Out of the Shadows, The Man Who Was Deep Throat, 16 minutes, 21 seconds. And Jason Robards on Dinah, or should I say Dinah? Because it's got the exclamation point, 7 minutes, 9 seconds. Cool. It's a lot of extras, right? Some lengthy ones. But unfortunately, the previous Blu-ray of All the President's Men, previous releases, the Lightning in the Fire, Telling the Truth About Lies, and Man Who Was Deep Throat come from a 4-part behind the scenes making of, and they're missing now one of those segments. Did not port over to here. The theatrical trailer's no longer here. And the killer of this all, the last release had an 1.5-hour documentary on making it in this movie. It was a bonus disc with it, and it's gone. So we got instead, in its place here, we have Dana Bash, Jake Tapper talking stuff for a minute. So I'm really bummed about that. If you want those, you got to hold on to your old release. They're not on here. I don't know if it will change on digital or anything. Gonna have to check that out. But we're here to talk about the disc, and the disc is missing stuff that was there before. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. And that's a bummer, because this is a candidate to be a 4 or 5 out of 5 with what's available out there. Anyway, okay, let's get back here to the wrap-up of this one. All the President's Men, the film, 4.5 out of 5. Video, 5 out of 5. Audio, 5 out of 5. Bonus, 3 out of 5. And overall, 4.25 out of 5. So very strong. It's the movie strong, presentation strong, and the extras are still strong enough. This is an upgrade. Pick it up. But if you're a bonus hound, and this is a big favorite film of yours, you'll want to keep the old release. definitely upgrade this, and you can do so by using the Amazon Associates link in the description. Check it out. All the President's Men available February 17th from Warner Brothers. Appreciate you watching. As always, stay film positive.